What is up, nerds, gamers, amateur movie critics? I'm all those things, and that is why you are here watching Burk the Nerd, and I'm hearing myself double, as always. Okay. Um, Today we have the Burktastic 4. The Beta Boys are back. Now, if you guys don't know what that is, I'm sure most of you do. This is our Marvel RPG series where we take a group of guys, and they're playing as their own versions of Marvel superheroes in our my version of the Marvel Comics universe. Today, the Beta Boys are back, which is one of our two squads, which alternate every week. And so every Wednesday, 6 to 8, we got some Marvel RPG stuff going on. They're in the same world, or at least, we believe that to be true. And they haven't met up yet, but maybe that'll come down one day down the road. I'm glad you guys are here. Let's just say hi to everybody that's here today. Landon, what is up, man? He says, Beta Boys. Hello. Mike Porter, what is up, man? Again, listening to work. Jason, how you doing, man? Polyhedral Paradise. I saw you drop a YouTube video. Yeah, go check that out, guys, because he does really good D&D content. So if you are into D&D or anything like that, go check that out. Definitely recommend it. Journey to the Temple or Temple of Betas. Journey to the Temple of Betas. Or are you saying Journey to the Temple or Betas? What are you trying to say? I feel the Indiana Jones vibe was missed a bit. I'm not sure I'm following. I was watching Brian Reagan on Netflix. I don't know who that is. You're saying mine doesn't make I'll 1 second. So you guys let me know what I'm missing here. If he was mad, he would have blocked the link, right? Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, you're good, man. Better to have forgiveness than for permission. True. Hey there, Mr. Boing Boing. Good to see you guys all. Let me pull up this. Let me pull up the guys. We're gonna bring them in today, and then I'm gonna fill you guys in with where we're at. We got two. The boys are here. We're two men down today, unfortunately. Working on remedying that, but right now the Doug Dimmadome himself was not able to make it today. Mr. Otter can't join us, but that is okay because it is long overdue that these two get their time in the sun. Yes. And Doug's hat sometimes can cast a big shadow. So, what is up, guys? Good to see you.
Hey.
Okay, nice mustache.
Yeah. I can beat Doug Dimmadome. I just put this on when I'm being him.
Oh my god.
The funny thing is, what you had the card up for a while, and then you removed it, and it's actually not terribly far off from your actual facial hair.
That's not wrong. You're not wrong. Otter's listening to YouTube videos. Yeah. Jonathan, what's up, man? Hello. Yeah, so we're gonna get started. Let me just quickly catch everybody up with where we're at so far. This as our Marvel RPG series, there's been a lot of question as to where the Marvel comes in with what you guys have been doing right now. But you guys have been dealing with a lot of very interesting things this whole time. Starting season 1, you found this page that's been really the driving force behind what you guys have been doing recently, and for the entirety of your campaign, really so far. You guys have been trying to find where this second page is, and it's brought you all the way to India, in the jungles of northern India. And throughout that time, you guys have been chased by Badfish Jonathan, thank you for this. Thank you for the 10 minutes, man.
Where we at work the Batman suit, my guy.
Where are we at with the Batman suit? Let me show you really quick. A good distraction. This is just something I added for fun, but I made a bit goal that's pretty obscure. From now on Thursdays from 4 to 8, we are playing Batman Arkham Trilogy. We're playing it through at 4 to 8 over here on Twitch. So, but I made a very I made a bit goal that I don't expect to hit, but if we do hit it, I will honor it, obviously. As soon as I can figure out how and where the heck it is. Oh, here we go. It is. Sorry about that. It is at 21% right now. 21% through our bit goal to buy. If I reach the bit goal, I will be buying a Batman suit of your guys' choice, and I will wear that for the remainder of the Batman streams, which I'm playing through the whole trilogy. So that'll be quite a while. Lego Batman is one of the contenders. Yeah. Adam West Batman is one as well.
Lego Batman.
The Lego Batman suit is cursed.
It is cursed. Have you seen it? It looks so bad.
Were we looking at that on stream
yes,
time?
We were looking at that on stream, and it's cursed. That's what I was saying. Like, do I have to play with the claws if I get that? Because it's gonna take forever.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I'm down to
Obviously.
try it. It'll probably have to be it. Thank you for the 10
Go,
bits.
Batman.
I also added something which I don't know if you guys can hear it, but you can whenever you donate over 10 bits now, it has the robot voice. It's like a British robot voice, guy's voice that'll read anything over 10 bits. Mike Porter's been spamming
Ooh.
the funniest things in here now that it happens, just like spamming letters and everything.
That's
But
just asking for trouble.
it is, but it's been killing me. So yeah, where we've been at, I got distracted, but where we've been at with the series is you guys are in the jungles of northern India and trying to find
Dog
this
versus
second
Pandem
page.
in the war for the
Ooh, Jason, thank you for the
ages.
10 bits, man. It is a war for the ages. We'll have to see. Which, by the way, I have those 2 emotes in here. I can only put them in the higher level slots, but I think the Dazzling Dulk is a tier 3 sub emote now. And the
Nuts.
Panda Man is a certain bit level. So I think it's like if you
Gotta
donate
see
over
this.
10,000 bits total in your lifetime or something like that, or something high, it gives you it'll give you Panda Man emote.
Oh my god.
So I made them into emotes a while back, and I'm like, I don't have anything in those slots, so I might as well drop them in here just to have like, you can see Panda Man has his pink fuzzy bunny slippers on as well,
Yeah.
and he's got
That's
a
absurd.
pistol because he just shoots people sometimes.
Sometimes he.
Which, by the way,
He's just doing it.
if you haven't watched the last episode of the Burktastic 4 with the Alpha Squad, they just were straight up throwing the villains into a lion's den. Like they were just chucking them into a lion exhibit in the zoo and just murdering their villains.
Why wouldn't they?
I guess you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
would
Why
they
would
not?
they? I
It's
mean,
the move.
it definitely guarantees that they won't come back, right? It was deserved, Landon says. That's
they're
fair.
stronger
That's
than
fair.
lions.
They were just like, let's just throw them all in here. That's the best place to keep them. Oh my goodness.
Maybe if they're
Um,
cold, they cuddle.
That's true. Yeah, they can all huddle up in the stomachs of these lions for warmth. So you guys are
That'd be
now
cool, yeah.
in the in this jungle of northern India, and you guys are in this like fenced off area that is seeming to be like teeming with weird creatures. You're still being hunted by this arms group that's like seems to be hired by somebody that's hunting you down here. And it just seems like a very odd. You're getting chased by this group, which most of them were killed by this large tiger creature you had to fight last episode. But you guys are still, you could be still being hunted by whoever's running the show behind them. Which you're not. You still are kind of piecing together who that may be. I'm sure you guys have theories as to who they relate to, but it seems to tie to this lady in green like armor, green clothing, and so you're not really sure who that is. You guys are now in this jungle, in this eerie part of this jungle where there's just some like dark energy there, and you guys could feel that. After defeating this monster, Doug has no clothes. He lost his clothes. I think he used them as bait, or did he have them burnt off? I can't remember exactly what happened to his clothes, other than he lost them and was wearing golden underwear.
They're just weighing him down.
They were just, they're just weighing him down. Oh man, no. So
I think they were burnt off by the tiger.
So Doug is on his trying to find clothing to wear, but also is resting a little bit and hoping he can find some leads as to who's hunting you guys down. So Mike, so Doug is going to go off and do that for this episode while he's trying to figure out exactly what's going on. Maybe see if he can track down this lady in green that you guys are being either chased by or whatever's going on there. You guys decided to set off and continue looking for this temple. That's what's supposed to be at the center of this this jungle area, and seems to be the source of this this magic that is kind of emitting in this area and causing these weird mutations and weird creatures. You believe that there you'll find a second page to this book that you've been looking for, and it'll hopefully lead you to the to where the full book is, and that's kind of your hope here. You guys are continuing on your way, and you've been journeying through the jungle, and that's where we leave off. So I'll kind of let you guys kind of let us know where you're at right now, where your characters are at, and how they're feeling, what they're doing, what your goal is.
I think we're just starting to kind of plot out our course through the jungle for this temple, trying to strategize.
Okay. So we got to find the temple. We're
Yes.
a little lost. Jacob Jules, do you have any skills that would help us track down the temple?
Well, I did. I know. During my character's hiatus, for the last few weeks, I was intensely researching the kind of legend surrounding this part of the area. That was the in-universe excuse that we came up with, but I never actually asked what I learned.
Well,
So,
you learn the location.
Glean from that?
Well, you learn the location of this area, which brought you here, but you do know that it seems to be that the deeper you get into this fenced-off area, which is just a circle fenced-off area, that the government supposedly fenced off. There's a lot of theories to other things about it, like that it's a secret government facility that's hiding stuff, or there's a bunch of theories as to what's actually there. Some people think it's like it's a cult or something that just kills anyone that gets close. That it's some mutants that have just like turned into monsters and are holding people and just are killing people that get too close, like a hidden mutant city. There's a lot of different theories to what's going on there, but you do know from most sources say, and there have been only a few people that say or claim to have survived, say that the further you get, the closer you get to the center, the more strong and powerful the magic gets. The temple, there's nothing that really says about a temple in online or anything, but you know that based on what the other page said, that there's some temple covered in vines, and it seems to be you don't know exactly where it could be, other than that there is a mountain at the center of this area of jungle, and that seems to be like more of the closer to the center of that circle fenced off area.
Okay, seems pretty straightforward then. Head towards the mountain, yeah.
All right. So do you have a foresight ability or something?
I do, but it's mainly for like the near future, for like sensing danger, or like being able to tell when something bad's about to happen.
You can't like specifically see in the future and see if we see the temple, and it'll help us find it, which somehow manifests the reality that we'll find it.
What if
because you saw it.
What if he looked forward and saw that he never saw the temple, and he's like, well, we're definitely never going to find it, so there's no point in looking. Go home. I looked in the future, I didn't see it, so clearly.
Yeah, can we spoil ourselves?
Spoilers, please.
Yeah, can we skip ahead a couple episodes? We skip the filler.
I roll to skip my episodes.
I roll to skip my character progression.
Well,
we can't do that. I have another idea.
So it's not. You can attempt that if you'd like. Again, to your best of your knowledge, your precognition really only applies to very short time frames, and like you said, danger sense kind of thing.
Okay, I have another idea.
Okay.
Well, we can feel the darkness. Can we feel more darkness? So we just move in a direction. We're like, it's kind of darker over here, and then we just, we have kind of a lead to go on.
That's what I was thinking too. Can we feel the magic energies or whatever as we move through the jungle? Like, a little bit to the left.
A little bit to the left.
Go about like, I'm getting like a heavy darkness right here, and
just feel it right here. You could try to do that. So you guys start to kind of walk in your best way. The jungle is thick and it's dark, so it's kind of hard to see. You don't see any like features above the tree line. Can't really tell if there's a you can't really tell if there is like a mountain in the future. Going based off of where you came in and just trying to head opposite to that, you start to move your way through the jungle, feeling for this energy. And while you don't really, you don't know for sure where you're going, you're wandering a little bit. And at some point, these little monkeys have been following you guys. They're always just like kind of hopping around. They're like, they're kind of creepy looking. And they, at some point, they kind of stop following you guys as much. And few of them kind of start to go back, but you continue forward. You start to, as you're walking, hear the sound of rushing water.
Okay.
You
Good start.
make the sound. I'm a little confused exactly.
Yeah, the sound is.
It's pretty good, actually. Yeah.
Awesome.
Let's
that
follow.
good?
Let's follow the noise. Let's follow the sound.
See, but
Okay.
yeah,
Glean from this.
water.
Okay, so you continue through, and you're continually working your way towards this sound of water, and you eventually make it to a big river. And this river seems to probably be about 30 feet across. It's pretty wide, and it's moving pretty fast. It's a pretty fast river. You can't see. It's still you're still kind of covered in thick jungle, so you can see down the river a little bit, but it kind of bends off.
Well, presumably, and I don't know if I'm thinking about this too hard, but if there's like a river that's flowing, then it's flowing from a higher elevation, which means that we should be able to follow it to the mountain that's supposedly in the middle of the jungle. We could try that.
I guess, yeah. It has to be going from high to low.
Right?
I
Like,
find its source, the original.
am I wrong? Are you going to sit here and tell me I'm wrong?
Yeah, so let's go upstream. So we want to follow upstream.
Yeah.
All right, so you continue your way upstream, and as you work your way upstream, you can you come across these very disfigured looking boars, and they're drinking from the water. And these things are like probably about 3 times the size of normal like boars, so probably like 1,500 pounds, massive monsters with tusks. They're just drinking from the water up ahead of you. You can kind of see up. You can see a little you could just see them like at the in the edge of your view right before the corner turns. And there's about 4 of them, and they're just drinking from the water on both sides of the river.
Can I sense if they're like aware of us?
They are not aware of you. They seem to kind of just be minding their own business right now. You can notice they're very like they have very like they have like pitch black fur and like little like red streaks through it, red and purple streaks through it, and it kind of almost seems like they're like emitting smoke from them.
Don't like that.
I think these are,
I'm going.
kind of like tigers, magic boar tigers.
Yeah, kind of like the same process the tiger was going through or whatever. I'm going to go ahead and assume that they're going to be dangerous if we try to bother them. So let's like skirt around them.
Sneaky.
Yeah, be all sneaky sneak through the jungle like.
Okay, so you're gonna attempt to. How are you just like kind of going in the jungle and moving further up?
Yeah, I'll just move around.
Yeah.
Okay. As you move around them and start to move up, you can start to hear the sound of rushing water sounding louder now. Even though you're still following along the river upward, you can hear a like crashing of water up ahead.
Can
Keep following.
Can we tell if it feels darker?
Does it feel more magic-y
Yeah.
than the river was before?
It doesn't. It definitely. You do feel a little bit more of a strain on your body mentally. So you could say that you could choose to say that equates to this magical element.
Where'd
You
Magic
said
go?
you have a Lion King Jungle Book, their version of Tarzan and Jungle Cruise, the Jungle Cinematic Universe. That's it. That
We're gonna
Disney
meet
needs to have
Tarzan.
that. It's all Tarzan. This is Tarzan is at the center of this.
It all comes back to Tarzan.
No, it all comes back. Honestly, like
We didn't change it all.
if you think about every movie ever made, it all comes back to Tarzan.
And Phil Collins
Yeah.
is doing the soundtrack for this session, for this entire universe. It's all Phil Collins songs.
Is that
Can you show
Did the Lion King?
we need to bring someone on that just sings
It's
Phil
Tarzan.
Collins the entire time in the background as we
Yeah,
play. All right, so you
Yeah, Phil
guys continue up, and as you guys hear this rushing water, you walk out and you are able to see this massive waterfall, and right above it you can see this mountain up above it, and you also it's darker than this image shows, and in fact, and you can actually see it gets darker, visibly darker at the peak of this mountain. Almost the top of it's almost covered in darkness.
Ooh.
Oh, so we don't just have to feel the darkness; we can now see the darkness.
It's literal darkness, which helps.
Yeah. Well, you did notice like that
Um,
whole area is darker as soon as you entered that past that
Oh
fence.
yeah. Got a darky feel. Darkness.
Now
Um,
you're
Now, can
in
we-
this bottom right side near the waterfall, and you could see there's a big open lake there, and then on the other side is where is where the mountain is.
okay. So we're at the bottom of the
we
we're
can-
at the bottom of the waterfall.
Right.
To climb up. Hopefully.
No, so
Yeah, is there-
you're on this side. You're up above. You're at the elevation of the water at the top of the waterfall. You're just on the other side
Oh.
of the lake. So that's like kind of
Oh,
formed at
okay.
the top.
Oh, I see. So we just gotta cross.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Can we force jump it with your psychokinesis?
Yeah, I'm gonna, yeah. I wanna put Red on my back, give him a little piggyback, and then
Okay.
do a big jump,
Big
do a big
jump on
heckin' jump.
Do a big
Yeah.
heckin' jump with your telekinesis.
Yeah.
crazy chonk and jump.
Okay. So you're gonna go ahead and attempt a jump across this lake. This is a pretty sizable lake, so we're gonna take this to the wheel to see if you're able to make this in one.
We
big
might
go.
land in the water.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. Don't worry.
All right.
Spin that wheel.
Still have a machete, so any fish come up on us.
All right. This is gonna be a pretty sizable feat, so we're looking for a green for a complete success of being able to physically go across in
Mhm.
one go. Oh no, is my wheel not pulling up? Oh, it is. Aha! My wheel. Spin that wheel as soon as I log in and can click spin that wheel, because I always forget for some reason to pull up the
Spiel.
wheel. Spiel. Okay. So
Even
yeah, we're
wheel
trying to
first.
get a 13 or higher for to be able to physically go across it in one
Ooh.
go.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and see if that's what we're gonna get. Notice I have Thanos' finger now pointing to it. Ooh,
That could be
Notice
anyone's
that.
finger. It's just the glove. It's just the infinity.
it's just the
Gauntlet.
glove. Yeah, you're right. It's just the Infinity Gauntlet. It could be anyone
iron-
pointing. I like it's also technically snapping, but because the finger was out, I was able to use it as a pointer. So
Mid.
we just ignore it.
Every time it lands on a number, it snaps.
Yeah,
Roll
it snaps
six.
that reality. It snaps all hopes and dreams away. Is really what it's doing. You go.
Hmm.
You attempt to carry. Both of you across, and as you get halfway across, you start to get physically and mentally strained, and you're not able to carry each other either very much longer, and you're forced to lower into the water. You're now in about halfway across this lake, and the water pressure is pulling you towards the waterfall, but not aggressively. Normal swimming, you
Hmm.
should be able to kind of get out of it.
Swim. Be a big heckin' swimming.
However, Red, you start to notice that there's brainwaves that are quite aggressive under the water.
Got some angry fish company here. I guess we
Can you
better
tell-
start swimming.
Yeah, we're
Is there a
swimming.
lot?
Can you tell?
I told there's a lot.
Can you tell how many? Yeah.
It seems to be just one thing.
Yeah, we got an aggressive, swimmy boy.
Let's just
But
keep
our-
swimming for now. Can I use my psychokinesis to kind of like affect the current to
Affect
like
the
help
current?
kind of like push us to shore?
Yeah. Okay. You start to push yourselves to shore, and then sorry, I'm trying to grab something. Okay. And you start to start going to shore, but then suddenly you start feeling some sort of downward pressure on the water. Something's
Give it
pulling
up
you
for the
down.
beta boys.
Hey, Story, thanks for the 10 bits, man. I appreciate it. You start to feel like something pulling you guys under the water.
Is it physically grabbing us, or it's just mystically?
Nothing is
pulling
physically
us?
grabbing you. You feel mystically pulled, yeah.
Uh-oh. Nothing's worse than a mystic pull.
Can you put?
Nothing's worse.
Nothing.
Can you do a psychic bubble? Can you do a psychic bubble over our heads so that we're not like like drowning.
Yeah. Let's do that. I'm gonna form like a dome of air around the water around us as we go under.
Okay. Okay, you feel you pull a dome of air around you guys as you start going underwater, and you just kind of are you just going underwater with it? Is that kind of like
Yeah, we'll follow it down for now and see what's there.
Okay. When you get pulled underwater, you immediately get let's see. I gotta see where you guys are at. Okay. You both immediately notice a bright light under the water. If the water is dark and murky, and you can see under it this bright, glowing, beautiful light at the bottom of the lake.
Ooh.
It seems not too large. It's probably like the size of a basketball.
Right.
Lisa,
this
hello.
is kind of sounding like sounds like one of those fish that has a little light bulb on its head that just lures fish in to eat them with its like little light bulb.
Good call.
Wait, can I check if it's alive? Something by the light bulb is alive.
So you can check. You can tell that the brainwaves that you're sensing are coming from from somewhere in that vicinity.
Oh, I'm not liking this bulb. This sounds like a.
Yeah. Okay. Can I use my psychokinesis to try to work against this force to try to get us back out?
Yeah. So you start to try to kind of push you guys out with your telekinesis, but you can as you're starting to pull away, and you just keep feeling like you're trying to pull away, but keep getting closer, getting dragged back down. You guys actually get dragged down another like 10 or 15 feet under the water. You still have your bubble around you of air, but then you start to see these little thin lines they're just like kind of going in like around your bubble. They're really thin, like thin lines.
What does that mean?
They could be like a string. They could be a string or some sort, or you can't tell if they're like organic. You don't know. Not really sure. They're outside of your little air bubble, so you can't tell for sure what they are.
Can I check if they're alive? If they have brains?
They don't seem to.
Lines, they might be attached to something. Not necessarily the
Well, at this point, we might as well just follow this thing down.
Yeah.
And confront it. Doesn't seem like we're getting out.
I got my machete ready. I still have the machete.
As you start to get pulled
let's
in,
go.
as you start to get pulled lower, there starts to be more of these lines, and they start to fall into your air bubble. And trying to think of how the physics of an air bubble works. So they start to or they're not falling in, they're kind of just wrapping around, because you would be emitting pressure out. So I would assume that they would not be able to they wouldn't fall in naturally. But they start to kind of just fold around your bubble, and you start to feel this like tingling. Both of you could feel it, like a static coming from them.
Does not seem good.
Can I like take some dirt from my like shoe and toss it at the lines to see what they do?
Yeah. So you you toss some dirt from your shoe. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, you toss some dirt from your shoe at one of them, and as you throw it at these lines, they kind of just kind of flicker off a little bit, like just fall off a little bit, and then they kind of slowly just wrap back around your air bubble. You notice like there's now a kind of a lot of them that are starting to swarm around your bubble. And you can see down below you this glowing ball of some sort is starting to be much larger now. It's probably about as the width of a person at this point from your point of view.
It got bigger, or we just got closer?
You do feel like you've been pulled down considerably at this point, so you're not sure, but you can't tell for sure. Probably got bigger.
All right, well, let's just keep going, I guess.
You kind of just continue to go with it until eventually it seems like this light is just getting larger and larger as you get closer. You can feel the electricity get bigger, and you can start to see the shape of this thing. It seems to be a beautiful glowing jelly of some sort.
Oh, dude, it's like an evil jellyfish.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be moving though.
It doesn't have a brain.
It does.
It has a brain.
It doesn't seem to be moving though. It just seems to be sitting in one place. You can't tell if these lines are attached or not to that creature.
I mean, could I just try and cut all the lines?
So you start cutting these lines, and as you cut these lines, the others start to kind of you start to cut these lines, and you're making good deep cuts into these lines and cutting them clean off. But as you're cutting them, you're getting shocked in the process, and you kind of get. It's not like a terrible amount of it's not dealing any damage to you, but it's definitely stinging a lot, and it's hurting to every time you try to attack these things. Some of the other ones, as you're cutting off them, they start to force their way into the bubble and start to kind of wrap around you, and you can start to feel them starting to shock you. And these ones actually do. What did I just do? These ones actually do hurt you, and you get an electric shock to your arms, Tom.
Okay. I mean, if that's what they're gonna pull. That's the stuff they're gonna pull. I'm gonna keep cutting.
You start.
I just started cutting.
You start cutting away at these things, and as you're cutting them, you could feel the pressure of the water pulling you down is getting more immense. You're able to cut most of the ones in your surrounding area, but you could see in the dark of the water, the more of those lines are starting to glow and start to pull in on your position. You can see that there are probably hundreds of these things in your near vicinity.
All right, we need to get out of here. I think this thing is some kind of predatory polyp or jellyfish.
Yeah, but I don't see how we can get out without having to fight it.
Let's kill it.
Unless you've got an idea.
You formed a bubble around me. Maybe you could form a bubble around it. And now it's suffocated from the water it so desperately needs.
Oh, that's such a good idea. Tom, that's such a good idea. Let's do that.
Okay, so
I'm going to do that.
All right. So you're going to attempt to attempt to create a bubble of air around this thing, and as you do that, you start to form a bubble around it, and you can't tell exactly where it is in distance, but you're able to kind of wean that out and create a sphere of air, kind of pocketing it down there. And as that happens, you see a lot of the lines start shaking rapidly all over. As it's doing that, you both receive shocks as these things start to fly into your little bubble. And let's see. Tom, you're able to escape relatively unscathed. You no doubt got hurt by this process, but Noah, you received only like a little sting on your way out, and but you could feel like the pressure got lessened, and you guys are able to start making your way towards the surface.
Cool. Let's get the hell out of here.
Get to land.
As you start making your way towards land, you guys are really close, and you can hear this loud like crashing under the water, and the suddenly, as you guys are starting making your way towards the surface, you can hear something massive moving under the water, and making your way out. You guys are getting close to the shoreline. You could see this massive some type of crustacean surfaces in the middle of the water for a brief second, and you could see it's just this massive crab-like crustacean with a very large gaping mouth, circular mouth with a glowing light in the center of it. Inside of that, you could see that it's just almost like it's drooling them. The lines are like pooling out of its mouth into the water. It has like large like crab-like legs, and it starts to it's moving in your direction. This thing is probably size-wise maybe 50 feet wide. It is a very massive crustacean.
That's terrible.
So
let's get out of here.
Yeah, we've surfaced at this point, yeah?
Yes, you are surfaced and you're near the shore at this point.
Okay, I would like to, again, use psychokinesis to pull the soil from like the bed of the lake, and use that to like give us a platform to like go to shore. I'm not using the water because there's things in the water, and that'll backfire.
Like those things.
Gotcha. So this is to escape a confrontation with this thing and successfully get this to shore, and you are able to successfully lift this dirt up from you and get onto shore. And it seems like it's going to keep chasing you, but you have the woods in front of you, or the jungle in front of you. And as you come to shore, you could see there's a stone pathway that is ruined, and along with a set of stairs that go up the mountains.
Start climbing. Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of this. Let's avoid the terrifying crab demon that just tried to eat us. And let's go down the path.
Spitting its electrified backwash at us. Let's get out of here.
It can lure us in with glowy mouth tongue. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I've seen that too many times to fall for it again.
You start to make your way up there, and you're running, and it starts to chase you for a while there. But as you make your way up, it starts to get the stairs go through a crevice, and it kind of can't reach in the crevice of the rocks in which you're in the direction you're going, and eventually it gives up and turns back, retreating to the lake.
Nice.
I guess we shouldn't
We
go
get experience for that, right?
Maybe we could have found another way across.
You can definitely just sense that this place is very unsafe. Even after that's left you, even after that monster had retreated, you still feel eerily unsafe in your environment. As you're going up these stairs, they're ruined and vines overgrow them, and it is a very ancient pathway. You could tell it's mostly ruined, and you could just feel that like on one, to both sides there's a little bit of cliffs before the jungles above, and you could still feel like you're being watched, and it just feels, you always feel the sense of unease as you're moving. You continue for quite some time with what YouTube video did you
I don't know.
I'm nervous. I want to check it, but I'm nervous.
The crab blade,
Find out.
giant enemy crab. Is it a giant enemy crab?
Is it giant enemy crab with glowing
It's
mouth
not.
thing?
It's not close, but it's not.
You continue to climb, and after a while, you start. Let's see.
Start to what?
You both start to see snakes, little snakes, just on the rocks. They're not really antagonizing you, just kind of slithering around as you move up. But it seems like the higher you go up, the more you're seeing them. The stairs just kind of seem to go endlessly up into the mountains. It's a long hike.
All right, let's keep going.
I'm not Indiana Jones. I'm not afraid of snakes necessarily. Well, actually, what do these snakes look like?
They do appear to be cobras of some sort. Venomous cobras. Oh. They don't seem to be antagonizing you, just kind of minding their own business, but they do seem to, some of them seem to follow you for a little bit and then teeter off. There do seem to be more though as you go further your way up. And some will be on the path as you're walking and clear the way as you start to pass. They don't seem to be antagonizing though, like I said.
Okay, that's good.
Well, yeah, let's keep going. I don't need precognition to know that there's going to be a big boss snake. I know. We can keep going.
So
King Cobra, if you will.
Yeah.
You continue up, and it's just been, you guys have been hiking for what feels like hours now. You guys are exhausted. You've been climbing these stairs seemingly to no end, and you're just tired and let's see.
We tired?
And Noah, you just get this Jacob just gets this urgency to sit and maybe just nap for a little bit. That if you took a nap, you'd be, you'd be fine to continue the rest of the hike. You could get to the top if you just took one. If you took one nap.
How over what? Like, can I refuse? Can I be like, no, me? We're gonna keep going. That sounds like a terrible idea.
So you can sense that it's a bad idea. You know it's a bad idea, but you just have this feeling like if I just rested for a little bit.
Can I try to argue with him that sleeping, when we've seen all these poisonous cobras all around, might not be the best choice?
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not considering it. Like, do you know Jacob is like 20, 23, 24. Do you know how often he's like, man, I would love to take a nap right now? He doesn't. He's an adult. He knows.
You push through and you urge on, and you're just like, I'm gonna keep going. As you both continue to move forward, Jacob in particular, you start to kind of get a little woozy.
All right. Well, I guess I can't help that.
And you start to get woozy. You're still, not trying to go to sleep or anything, but like you do feel woozy climbing, and it just seems like more and more of these snakes are started to surround you guys. Was what you sent a crab rave?
Yeah,
That was crab wave.
Oh, I saw that
believe-
on TikTok. Okay, I'm happy now.
Yeah.
Okay, hold up. Please stand by, guys. For this
Have you not
crab,
seen Crab? Do you have to watch Crab Rave?
I want everyone else to see the.
Oh, is it the
Rave.
original crab rave? Doesn't it say something like in the text that's just random?
Oh, I don't know. I said the 10-hour one.
I swear
Alright.
to God, like
I'm gonna follow
is it
this
the
crab
original
rave
crab
for 1
rave just
second.
like
This
the
is a
wife
welcome
cheated on
tangent.
me
Hold up.
with crabs dancing?
Yeah. We all need a good Crab Rave while Jacob is like hallucinating or whatever.
This is what he
This
sees.
is it. This is the adventure
Yeah.
of paranormal investigating. You've probably seen and have
Jacob tries to fall asleep. Can I just like slap him in the face? Like, don't do that. No, come on. Come here too.
All right. We're having a brief intermission to see this crab rave. Please stand by.
Why were we watching that one woman who disappeared also?
Oh, it's super laggy.
It's not really in focus.
Oh yeah, it's not. Hold up.
Let them go. Man. They're just vibing.
They're having a rave.
Yeah.
I think they decided to do this. Was there like some, like an event happened, like a crab like party, like a crab
This is totally worth it. Okay.
Super Bowl or something?
This is totally the opposite of whatever
There's
happened to you guys just a second ago.
Oh yeah.
Maybe happy. They're like, oh, the big guy ate people.
Oh my god, that dance move. These guys are fire. Okay. All right. Reverting back. Let's go ahead and hop back into okay. So, you guys have are continuing to climb, and what's just happened here?
Maybe you should make a torch and like scare
I
the
did
snakes.
something here.
They don't like fire. They do like fire.
I did something to mess up my little thing here. Trying to figure out what I did wrong here.
Trying to think. I'm getting woozy. I don't know.
Be
How
a
can I
snake
fix
bait.
that?
I don't know why the health bars are now messed up, so I apologize for that. I'll have to figure it out another time. Okay, so you guys are, you're starting to get woozy, Jacob, and you're not really sure, what's causing that. You just kind of feel like it's from just being tired, but you start to see more and more of these snakes, and then suddenly, the stairs end, and it flattens out to this big open space, and you start to see a lot of colors, Jacob. You're starting to see a ton of these different colors
Ooh.
vividly in your eyes, and it's starting to get really kind of crazy in your head. You're starting to see a lot of colors, and it's starting to hallucinate a little bit. You're not sure. You don't believe that you're hallucinating at this moment, and you start to see this snake kind of slither out from the jungle, and it's massive. Jacob, you see this massive snake slither out into this open area, and it is huge. As it comes out of the jungle, you're just seeing these vivid colors, and out from and out, it just kind of has this black and red imagery. The whole sky around you gets dark, and all you see is this massive cobra in front of you, Jacob. You look, and you can't find red anywhere, and you're on your own, and you see this massive
Now that I have seen a crab rave, my life
There's
will
cobra.
never be the same. Lol 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 lol
Thanks, Mike.
lol 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 lol.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
I see anything immediately.
I'll come back to you.
I am going to run.
Uh,
Is there like okay, so like before I do that, is there like a temple entrance or something nearby? It's just open.
yeah, you're just in this like open cobblestone ground, and jungle surrounds you. But it's gotten dark, and now you can only see this large cobra in front of you, and you turn to run away, and you just feel like you're running, and you can't get anywhere.
Okay. And I guess I have to turn around and fight. I'm gonna give it a big psychokinesis punch. Give it a big punch.
You go ahead and you kind of just create this massive telekinetic punch, and you go right into it, and it doesn't seem like you did anything to this thing. It's angry now. It kind of its head pulls back, and it turns to you. Tom, you just got whaled and launched into the jungle. Suddenly Jacob just started to ramble on and freaked out and launched you into the jungle. You're not really sure what happened.
Whoops.
How far am I in the jungle?
You just get launched about like 20 feet into the jungle, and you hit your back to a tree.
Whoops.
Right. I want to mind ride Jacob Jules, because that just seemed not right.
Something seems off here.
You could tell that he is hallucinating in some way, but you also are starting to get kind of a little bit tired and woozy as well.
Oh my god. Can I scream out and ask why he did that?
Yeah, what do you yell?
What?
What do you yell?
What's up with you? Are you okay?
You Jacob, you hear over you hear the snake start to talk to you and say what's the matter? Are you okay? And it sounds very intimidating and sarcastic to you. And it has a hissy tone to it.
Are you okay?
Oh, what's the matter?
It starts to slither back toward closing in on you, the snake.
I am going to use my psychokinesis to grab a bunch of these stones in the floor.
Yep.
And just start hucking them at the
Okay.
big cobra.
It's just happening. I want to just like move out of the way.
You start hucking these stones at this snake, and Red, you're getting berated with trees and stone getting launched in your direction. This hailstorm of debris getting launched in your direction, and just like a tornado of uprooting of things getting launched towards you. You get hit narrowly by some of it, but are able to dodge the brunt of the damage. As you do that, as you dodge out of that stuff, you notice on his leg is this small dart that is stuck to his leg.
Ooh. I see what's going on now. Snakes have developed dart technology.
They're becoming wiser, stronger.
Okay.
They're learning.
Can I scream at him? Pull that thing off your. Which leg is it on?
It's on his left leg.
Can I say like pull that thing out of your left leg if I noticed it? And also I'm gonna mind ride him while I'm doing this.
Okay, so you hear that said through the snake, and and again, it just sounds very aggressive coming from the snake. It's very like intimidating. And then what are you saying you're trying to do as your second?
I'm gonna mind ride him.
Okay.
Right. Essentially, if I can I'd ride people while they do actions that I can
Right.
predict when they'll do the action again.
Yep. So he says, so you hear the snake basically say something along the lines of, "Your leg is looking pretty weak. Your left leg is looking pretty weak." And then you can and then you feel like the snake is about to attack you in some way, and you feel threatened by the snake. Maybe he's trying to attack your left leg. You're not really sure. But as he says that, you're mind riding and waiting for seeing what Jacob will do. And Jacob, what would Jacob like to do?
I am going to. Is there in combat? Is there like a defend? Like a block? A block. It would be a block.
Yes, I mean you could choose to do something like that. Yeah.
I would. Yeah, I would like kind of like stance myself to like move my left leg out of the way, or like at least like away from it, and I'll just go for a block.
Okay. So you're just kind of trying to defend from it, and as you defend, the snake kind of keeps posturing towards you, but is not attacking. And it just kind of seems like it's always closing in on you without really making any strikes. What are you doing? What is Red Sid doing at this point?
Look, did I see him just like kind of guard his leg?
Yeah, so he just kind of guarded his leg from you, and now you can't see the dart is obscured from view behind his leg because he's kind of like positioned away.
My eidetic memory, I remember exactly where it was on the leg.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not gonna beeline it to Jacob Jules, but I'm gonna start running in a circular pattern to close in on him, much like a snake would, ironically.
This massive cobra starts slithering around you, getting ready to pounce. Jacob, it's just circling you, trying to get find a weak angle on you.
I'm going to. Let's see. I really gotta role play for this. If there was a big ass snake that was encircling me.
Ears is bigger.
The snake's head is larger than your whole body. It's probably the imagine like the width of the snake is probably like 5 feet wide, and the head itself is probably like the size of like a room. Like it's massive.
I'm going to take more of the cobblestones and start and like lift them up and just like around me in a circle.
Okay.
Like a protective tornado type thing.
Oh, okay. Are you trying to? Is it offensive, or are you just kind of creating a sphere around you?
As like a defensive sphere, like a typhoon of debris.
So the debris is surrounding you.
Yeah,
in a full sphere.
I'm being surrounded by.
And Red, it's hard to see an opening now. He's just covered in trees and stone, surrounding him in some sort of in a protective bubble.
He's just making a big tornado around him.
Yes.
I guess now I know when he'll make protective tornadoes. I can tell when the tornadoes are coming next time.
Yes.
I'm gonna. I think of something. I'm gonna try to throw sand in his eyes.
Are you pocket sanding him?
We're in a jungle. I'm just gonna throw like dirt and like dry dirt at his eyes.
You try to throw dirt.
The snake starts throwing things at me.
Okay, so you start to throw dirt and it's getting hit by it's getting blocked by the barrier, but what you see, Jacob, is the snake is spitting venom at you. Is at your protective barrier.
I'm going to I'm going to bring all the debris together in like a wall to block it. And I'm just going to chill there for a second, think.
Yep.
And just be like, crap, what do I do?
Red, you've started to kind of pick up together his moves. So now you can tell what he does, what his brain does when he creates the bubble around him. And you could tell what you caused him to now make a barrier in front of you. Now you can read what those brain patterns are to do that.
I'm going to start reading them because, if I tell if he sees me, like if he sees anything beyond the wall, because if that was exactly what I wanted for him to not see me, so I want to run up on him.
Yeah, he can't see you very clearly right there. No.
I'm gonna run up on him and try to get behind him now.
Okay.
As fast as I can. Just reading him the whole time, trying to tell when he's gonna move.
Okay, so you start to make it behind him, and Jacob, quickly you see behind you. The snake has now appeared behind you, outside of your line of vision. You can sense the snake's behind you now. Jacob, Red, you're aware that he just noticed you behind him.
So whose turn?
I'd say Red is able to do an action first. So he would pick up and know that you're doing this.
I'm gonna do my specialty. I'm gonna sweep the leg. So I can grab the thing out of his leg.
Okay. Before you can turn to attack the snake's tail sweep you out from under it, and it's coming to bite down on you, Jacob. It seems like it's coming to bite down at your legs. This massive snake.
I take this debris wall that I just made and bring it down on the snake.
Okay.
Before it can get to me.
So as you go to bring it down, and right as you're going to bring it down on him, you suddenly start to come to, and the snake starts to like patch in where you see the snake, and then you see Red, and you see the snake, and you see Red. It's kind of like flashing in and out, and you could see in those flashes that Red has pulled some sort of thing out of your leg, and you throw the debris down, not hurting him too bad. He's able to dodge most of the damage, but you still hit Red with a large portion of debris as he pulls this out from under you. You suddenly feel a little bit weaker, and you can but you see that this is no longer a snake, and it's just Red there, who's now kind of fallen on his back under this debris that you just threw on him.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense than the thing that I thought was happening.
You done having a hit bit?
Hey, sorry, bud. Hey, sorry. Listen, remember that time when I was throwing a bunch of stuff at you and trapped you under a bunch of rubble? Sorry. Listen, about that, sorry. I'm gonna lift all the debris off of him.
Okay.
And help him up.
Yeah, you lift all the debris up, and you kind of you pick him up and you wipe him off with your telekinesis. He just kind of gets like patted down. And you and as you come to, you start you realize you aren't on a flat platform anymore. You're still on the mountain, and you can see though you're getting pretty close to the top. However, as soon as you kind of pick him up and you come to, you can start to hear gunshots, and you quickly see that soldiers are some dudes in that look similar to the guys you fought earlier. These arms dealer guys are charging up this cobblestone stairs and towards you guys, shooting in your direction. One of the shots clips your arm, Jacob, and causes you to bleed a little bit on your left arm. They're kind of charging up, like, there they are, get them.
They're charging up at us from below?
Yep. There seems to be about 7 of them charging up.
Can I take a bunch of the debris that's laying around after my little temper tantrum and just start hucking?
Yes. Yep. So you start to huck this debris down at him, but you're kind of tired from all of this coming back out of whatever just happened to you, and you start to huck this debris at him, and it's mostly missing. A couple of the like smaller stones and stuff hit people, but it doesn't seem enough to knock anyone down.
All right. Can I try? Do I still have the poison dart? Can I try to like hit one of them with it like a dart?
Oh my goodness. You you grab the dart. I can't believe it. Let me do a dice roller for this.
Yeah, break out the wheel.
All right, this is a wheel moment. Let's see how this goes. Okay, that was a green. So you turn and you throw the dart down at one of them, and as soon as it hits him, he starts to look around. He's like, and he just starts like shooting his teammates. And he just starts opening fire on his teammates. He knocks two of them. He shoots two of them, and one of them like goes and tackles him to the ground and is like wrestling the dude on the ground. And he's like screaming out like, "No, don't eat me! Don't eat me!"
I want to so since a couple of guys have been knocked down at this point, I want to like telekinesis pull two of their rifles.
Okay.
Give one to Red, and kind of like we'll retreat as we return fire.
Okay. Yep. You're able to two of them have been shot down. One is hallucinating. The other's a fourth is holding him down. And so there was three left. You took two of their guns from their hands, and you couldn't pull them all the way to you, but you were kind of able, like you tried to pull them to you guys, but it kind of just got launched into the woods, both of them. So they got disarmed, and the last one is kind of just like freaking out. He doesn't know what to do, and so he's trying to still shoot at you guys, and he actually hits a shot into your lower your lower right side, and of Jacob, and it hurts you, like it goes like straight through your side, and so you're bleeding pretty heavily, and but he doesn't seem to chase because it doesn't seem like he seems like his whole team is in disarray, but you two are very severely wounded, and you start to make your way, kind of fleeing further up this cobblestone. You make your way, and then eventually you're able to or what are you guys doing as you're fleeing upward? Are you just gonna keep running up?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we keep running up the temp. Like, it's just so. What does it look like? Is it just stairs that just keep going up still?
Yeah, they're kind of just climbing up through the jungle. It's starting to get pretty dark now, and the cobblestone steps are starting to get steeper and steeper, and more overgrown. You guys kind of get away for like you keep running for like 5 or 10 minutes until you feel like you've lost them. But at this point, they're starting to get to the point where you have to start climbing rather than just using them as regular steps. It starts to rain and lightning as well now that you're up there.
Hmm.
Is there a place is there like shelter, like little ruins?
After walking for a little while, you do find a cave that is along the side of the pathway of the place, and you're able to kind of rest there for a little bit. You're not sure if they're gonna follow you or not.
Did we end up grabbing the rifles before we kept running, or?
You could have. Did you try again once you threw them into the woods to grab one? Because you tried to grab them to you, but you weren't able to pull them all the way to you. They got launched into the woods.
I'd like to note that I think I still have a gun.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, you've had a weapon. Yeah.
Okay, so they got launched into the woods, and I never grabbed them when we left. Okay, I got you. All right.
But you do have the one that Red has.
And a machete.
Okay. And a machete. Yes.
And a machete.
You guys are resting here, and it's stormy, and you're taking cover. What do you say, Red?
We can like disguise the entrance with some telekinesis, pull some trees over, and then camp out here until we think they're gone.
or until we can get a little bit of energy back.
Okay. You're able to cover up this this area with debris, and it seems to be a pretty good, well-disguised cave. In fact, as you are hiding there, you can see you see them. You later down the road, you start to hear hey, like you hear them like talking to each other, and it seems like there are a lot more of this militant group, and they start to pass you guys in this cave, and they continue going up, and they're climbing up, and you could hear someone who sounds like somewhat of a leader figure in this group say, we got to get our payday, man. We got to continue to climb. If we could find this page before they do, we're in for a lot of money. I've heard AIM is paying really well nowadays. Let's make sure we get this done.
Oh, jeez.
Sounds like Indiana Jones. Pretty much.
So you it's just actually it is Indiana Jones. That's who you hear. Is you could hear the group, and he also mentions, he's like, we don't want to screw this up. Miss she's watching. I don't even know where she is. She went somewhere. I heard she was going off to take care of him, but I haven't seen her since. So boss doesn't get mad.
I turn to Red and I go, wow, I've never heard such blatant foreshadowing before.
I wonder who they're talking about.
Yeah, weird. Definitely won't run into her at some point.
Definitely not. But they seem to keep. They're kind of just chatting amongst themselves. You hear some of them, like there seems to be probably like 30 to 40 of these men in a big caravan. You hear some of them talking as they're passing and climbing. That they've lost a lot of people in this journey. They're trying to make up for their losses because they've apparently lost multiple caravans to your group, as well as to monsters. They're talking about some big bear they had to fight. One of them was talking about, and how it like ate half of their group, and there's just a bunch of like banter amongst this caravan as they're walking past, and ultimately they keep climbing, and they pass you guys, and they further their way up the mountain.
I would like to cause a rock slide. Or some
Okay.
With my psychokinesis, just like right down the mountain, right into them.
Okay, so like you're still in the cave, and since they're kind of like climbing up to the side of you guys, like the path like kind of comes up and over your cave, and so you're just trying to pull a bunch of them off of the mountain, basically, with the rock
incapacitate.
Slide. Got
as
it.
many of them as possible. Yeah.
They're also carrying. I mean, you can't like see this, but some of them are carrying these like big cases. Like two people with one handle, like carrying these big black cases and stuff as well. As they're climbing, you start to let's take this again to the dice roller, because why not? And I like the dice roller. Mm-hmm. And this could be big. To the scale is going to determine the wheel's going to determine the scale of this rock slide. So we'll see what the severity is here. You are able to, as they're climbing, you start to just kind of reach into the sky, and you're just pulling down as much as you can from the earth above you, trying to just pull it down over you and launch things off. And you grab hold of a ton of rocks and trees, and you just rip the stuff all out of the ground and start hurling it down the mountain, kind of above you and down below. And you kind of are picking off a lot of the back half of the group, and you just hear tons of screams and rocks sliding and crumbling and crashing. And there's even at one point a large explosion above you, which caused an even bigger catastrophe. And you can see the rumbling as the stones that are covering your cave start to like fall in a little bit and shake. and based on the mind riding of Red Sid, you're able to pick up that at least 10 to 12 people have perished or fallen off the mountain out of view.
I know what dying feels like.
you're like, I've felt the brainwaves cut out.
Experience 12 deaths simultaneously.
Yeah, you felt that.
And there might be about, I guess, like 28 left or 18 left.
Yeah, something like that. Should we like ambush them?
Is there like a way we can like treat our wounds or something to like?
Yeah. So I mean, just kind of like resting over time. I mean, you can like stopped the bleeding on most of your wounds, and you kind of all have a not like a healing factor, but like a generic superhero healing factor that just like every superhero seems to have for some reason. So like you don't like you've stopped your bleeding, so you guys are still kind of like good to go. But you do you rest long term? Like, are you trying to stay like kind of stay there for a while until you feel? Yeah, they're both on like 1 HP. Yeah, they both.
Yeah,
they got,
like they're good. Right.
Yeah. Are you guys trying to just rest? Mike says kill some people.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's a better idea. Let's just take like a long rest and
yeah. So after fatally impacting like half of this group, you start to nod off and you kind of fall asleep with the sound of rain and thunder in your little cave. You can see the moonlight peeking through your cave, and you fall asleep for what you just were gonna take a little nap, and you wake up feeling you've slept forever. It seems kind of calm when you wake up. It's still storming, but you kind of have a sense of peace to you. What would you guys like to do? And I'll say you're not 100% up to par, but you guys are like you're
better.
You're feeling a lot better.
Yeah. I guess we should keep making our way up.
Yeah, sneakily make our way up.
You start making your way up, and
also I grab a gun from one of the
yep. Okay.
I make sure to grab it.
What if we steal some of their uniforms?
Oh, I do like that. I do like that idea. You with the good ideas today. Let me tell you. You know what? Yeah.
Steal their clothes.
Yeah. We're gonna do some role playing in the role playing. We're gonna grab a couple uniforms and
okay.
Go in all sneaky like.
So you're able to grab two of these. I mean, they just kind of have like black tack vests and like they're and camouflaged clothing. But you some of them do have like protective like I'm trying to think of the word. Like tactical helmets, basically, like SWAT kind of helmets. But they don't fully cover your face, but they could be a good disguise. What?
I kind of have armor too. Like
yeah, they have like bulletproof vests on.
Well, that's good. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, so you guys put these on and suit up, and you start to continue climbing up. As you climb up, it gets darker and darker, and eventually, you guys can. It's so steep that you're like rock climbing at this point. And as you continue to climb, you eventually are. It's not like bad rock climbing. Like it's very easily manageable, but it's still like definitely steep. And eventually, you guys are able to climb up to the top. And as you climb to the top, oh, I did not put it in here. It's apparent to me. Please give me 1 second to drop the background I meant to drop.
Can't believe you.
I know, right? I can't believe me either. Where is it?
Is that it?
It is it. It's right there.
Is that it? That's it?
It
You
is.
sure?
It definitely isn't. Got it. Okay.
Let's just zoom in on the top of the mountain.
So it goes up and it's beautiful, but it's a lot darker than this. Like the light's not shining through like this. But you could see that it's dark, but you could see the startings of some sort of like grand entrance and a bridge that is broken. And across this way is a larger temple off to the side. But this seems to be like the entrance to the bridge that crosses.
Okay.
As you guys approach this, it's kind of caved off. You could see there's like a waterfall, and then you can also see the mountain still goes up a little bit higher, but you could see like the temple is off to the side here, and this seems to be like the pathway to get there. As you approach this entrance to this part of the temple, you don't. It seems kind of deserted. Like it doesn't seem like they are here, except for you see two like crates that are left there, and there's some rope in them and some other like climbing gear as well. And you could see that some sort of like makeshift rope bridge has been made to cross the broken bridge there.
Should we cross?
Can we cross then?
Sure. You cross, and at this point it's like nighttime, but it's also been nighttime since you've been up, so it just seems like it's getting darker and darker. But it is you cross this rope bridge, and it's very sketchy because it's got a very far fall. Are either your characters scared of heights? I feel like they're probably not, but
I think isn't actually. Wait a minute. I think mine is. Hold on. I need to check Jacob's character sheet again.
Oh my god, he does. He has fear of heights.
Is it on there? Oh my god.
You have this rope bridge is sketchy. This rope bridge is super sketchy. There's like a 300-foot drop below you. There's lightning and rain all around. And it's this far leap across.
My boy is taking it slow. He's being careful.
You are crawling. You're crawling across this rope bridge slowly and shaking the whole way. And as you're starting to cross, lightning strikes right next to you guys and startles you. You shake a little bit, and you can see that the rope is starting to get weaker, and it wasn't meant for everybody. Like it seems like there's so many people have crossed it. It's starting to thread out.
Oh hell no!
And you're right in
Not
the middle
about
of
that.
it crossing. Red has already made
Not
it across
about that.
carefully, made it across quickly with no issue. Looks back and sees you crawling across the rope bridge, and shaking as you cross.
I put my head out, be like, ooh, or he could psycho push himself to the rest of the way or something.
Jacob is so stubborn that he's like, no, I got this. So he's like,
also terrified of heights.
yeah. So he's like trying to pick up the pace a little bit, and he's like, yeah. He's like, I'm hustling, but he's like, it's still like way too slow.
As you're
It's a
crawling
little bit
across,
faster,
you're
but,
probably like 10 feet from the edge, from the other side, and one of the sides of the rope bridge on the back half breaks off, and so you start to wobble this side. You're able to hold on and not lose your balance, but the other side is quickly starting to thread away. And it seems like the other side might also break off in about 30 seconds. And you got 10 feet to crawl across.
You get over here
10
now.
feet. Yeah, I'm just gonna book it then.
Okay. You start to book it, and as you're crawling across still, and as you start to crawl, you're on your last second, and the other half of the rope bridge breaks off, and you're able to grab the edge of the other side of the bridge right before it breaks off. You're hanging from the bridge, hanging here, looking down at the 300-foot drop into the jagged rocks below.
Can I help you?
Yeah, you can help him up. He reaches to offer you a hand, Jacob.
All right, I'm gonna take it.
All right.
I'm screaming, but I will also take his hand.
Our camaraderie is
he grabs you and he pulls you up, and you guys are on this other half of the bridge. You get up and you look down, and the bridge continues. And as you walk down, it opens into this. you can see the vines are everywhere. They're massive and they're overgrowing and in every direction. And you feel like you're like you have to watch your ankles because of how much there's so many vines that are just covering everything that it's hard to walk normally. You get there and there's a grand like entranceway to this temple, and inside you can see there's a little bit. It's not even like the main temple. Like there's still a larger part of it up the mountain, but this is like the entrance to the big temple. And you could see. You can't see very far in, but because it's still pretty dark, but you could see this is like this big grand entrance to the temple.
Should we head in?
Let's get in there.
You walk up the stairway, and you walk and into this temple, and the door there's two big doors, and the door is like creaked open probably about 3 feet, but they're big doors, so it's a sizable opening. But as you guys peek into it, it's dark, and as you peek in, you see two of the soldiers that are hunched behind covered behind a wall. They're like taking cover behind a wall.
Are they? Do they seem to be in combat, or are they just? Are they standing?
Mind ride. I'll mind ride them to see their mental state.
You mind ride them, and you immediately feel their fear, their immense fear that they're having right now. Both of them are sitting and like tucked like this, and as you see them, you see above them these large, dark purple demonic creatures that are walking on the other side of the wall. And that's where we're going to end today.
Oh my god. Nice.
And we'll have to Mike says Temple of Zoom call. Nice.
The Temple of Zoom.
We'll have to leave, we'll get back next in 2 weeks to see what happens here, and will probably be the conclusion to this temple. We'll get to kind of see the the end of this goal, hopefully, and see what their what the path has for them next with this. We'll probably have Doug for that one as well, which will be very nice to have all three of you back, and potentially a fourth. We're still working on that because there's just a lot of scheduling issues with that. But I do want to say thank you guys both for coming on, and it was a lot of fun seeing how you guys handled these different different conflicts this time. You guys hit with a lot of different challenges in this
to fight each other
in this dark dimension that we're in right now. I guess it's not a really dark dimension. I'm gonna get everyone getting Dormammu conspiracy theories if I say that. But yeah, thank you guys both for coming on. And by the way, before we dip out, because we will be seeing both of you obviously in 2 weeks for the other one. I wanted to say, if you guys heard of the news that Spider-Man had its third title announced today.
Yes,
I saw your thing about it, your post.
Oh yeah, because I make TikToks. Go follow me on TikTok.
What was it? No Way Home.
Right? No Way Home.
I do want
No Way Home.
You have any theories?
Very, very excited to see who the antagonist will be of the third Spider-Man movie.
I've heard it's all Peter Parker's is the antagonist. The antagonist is the studio for making all.
Yeah, Smash Bros. Ultimate. Everyone's here.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
It's just Jonah Jameson.
On a different note, we should have a stream with us three where we have some sort of gaming discussion. Either gaming discussion or Tom, we have him join us for our Smash Bros. Cinematic Universe Phase 1 lineup discussion. And we get as crazy as we can with it. I'm down.
That could be fun.
First movie is Minecraft Steve, of course.
Minecraft Steve.
The Minecraft movie.
He's obviously the main character.
He would definitely not be at Phase 1.
He's definitely he's got to be Phase 1, right? I mean, he started Smash Bros.
Isn't Phase 1's gotta be movies that just set up all the characters with like mostly that, and then all the last crossover, like
that's true.
Smash Bros. Cinematic Universe has to end Phase 1 with Smash Bros.
Oh my goodness.
It's an 80 movie Phase 1.
It's just every character in the Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's just all of their movies.
Including
Actually,
DLC.
Well, it makes sense if it had movies. There's what are there? There's 5 games, so there's 5 phases, and every phase is all the new IPs introduced in
I like that.
That set. So the original is just the original.
yeah.
Okay.
12.
All right. So start working on your theories. We got to do
Yeah, for sure.
either we could do it one of these Mondays coming up if you guys are free. We could do it on like a Monday stream and do that. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'll reach out to you guys and we'll talk about it. But thank you guys for coming on
Yeah.
again. It's always great to have you. Make sure you follow the Meaningless Prophets on Instagram, and then Noah over on Twitter at what's your Twitter? What's your Twitter account? Don't put me on the spot. What is it?
It's at literal underscore fool.
Okay, got it. Literal underscore fool, and then the Meaningless Prophets on Instagram as well. Do you guys have anything else you want to like plug? You guys have anything?
It's what was Jared's YouTube channel?
Oh yeah,
Movies by the
Movies by the Palms over on YouTube,
Yes.
or Mr. Or is it Jonathan Toothass or something on Twitter? I don't know. He's got some weird Twitter name. I don't know, but yeah, it's Movies by the Palms over on YouTube. Go check that out as well, guys. I'll also be putting out a WandaVision movie video somewhat soon, so stay tuned for that. I just got to figure out time. But thank you guys so much, and again, thank you to everyone in the chat for hanging out. Mike, Lisa, I see Parker. We got Jason and Landon.
To the crab
and,
dance.
Yeah, yes. And thank you guys for watching the
more,
Crabs videos.
And thank you most of all, Crab Rave.
And thank you, Crab Rave, for everything else. All right. Well, I'll see you guys the Alpha Squad next week. I'll see you tomorrow, 4 to 8 for Batman game playthrough. Actually, it's gonna be 4 to 7, and then at 7 to 8, we're gonna do the battle bracket round 5 results. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you vote on those when I drop them tomorrow morning on Twitter or Discord.
That's like the day.
It's been a lot of fun. Make sure you follow Tom at home, where he'll be doing his crab dance, and that's
yeah.
and thank you guys so much. All right, I'll see you guys soon. See you tomorrow, and have a good